Welcome to a channel update. I actually haven't done one of these in a very long time. Like, I think the last time I did one probably was like 2021 or something crazy like that. And I haven't done a video like ever, bar the 24-hour live stream with webcam. Actually, like, I've definitely never done one that's like just webcam only. Like, I may have like one facecam video from like 5 or 6 years ago, but like, I've never done anything like this before. Um, it's been taking me a while. Like, I think I've been sat here trying to do this video for like an hour. So, it's going great. Um, I want to do this video though because I have a few things that I want to talk about. Firstly though, I didn't dye my hair, I got my hair dyed. My best friend did this like a week after the 24-hour live stream. So it's shit hair for the live stream, ironically. But to be fair, the live stream was kind of like a last minute thing. Like, I was walking home from work like 2 or 3 days before New Year's, being like, might do a 24-hour live stream for New Year's. So it was a little bit like planned last minute, to be honest. However, yeah, I want to talk about a few things, because there are going to be some changes. Nothing major, like, you know, just very minor things, I suppose. Firstly though, channel branding. At the moment, it doesn't really have any branding, because when I came back to YouTube, I wasn't really sure how long it was going to be for, so I didn't really put any effort into like any proper branding, or like a fancy username or anything. I remember like a few years back, I remember doing I think I changed my branding because I changed my preferred name, which is now my legal name, by the way, which is crazy. Tara is actually my legal name. That's weird. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I did like this like whole trailer, which I think was like a montage of previous moments. So I didn't really do anything for that. I don't even think they did like a whole like, oh, I'm back video or anything like that. I think I just came straight back with the Weenplay Streets out of nowhere. Sorry if you can hear anything in the background. There's like a very squeaky car outside. It is 7 in the morning, so it's like the middle of like or like just before like the like rush hour, which is a great time to be recording this, well and truly. But yeah, so I kind of thought about it when like it became apparent like my comeback wasn't just going to be like a couple of months and then it was going to just fizzle out because I wasn't interested in it still. Because when I came back, it was very experimental. Like, I had ideas, I had long-term series plans, but like I didn't want to just like come back and then it'd be like 4 videos and then be like, okay, what do I do now? Because I'm still not sure on like a long-term plan or anything like that. So yeah, Lisa came back was like, okay, I want to do this, this and this, like long-term. We'll start them straight away. If it don't work out, it don't work out. And then it worked out. So I've been kind of thinking about it, and I wasn't quite sure what to do, because the only essence of branding I've had is black and red as like a colour palette. That's basically been it. Like, I've had this whole like villain core aesthetic. That's it basically. Like, I've not had like a fancy username. What else? Like, I think the only thing I've done is like change the favorite color of my me. That's like literally it. So I kind of thought about it and kind of decided that I was gonna have like a cool username again, which kind of stems from an OC I was creating. So I've decided that basically this is now the logo. The channel is now called Akina. I can't even remember really where I got it from. other than like it was going to be the name of like my OC. Um, and so I kind of decided like rather than just using my own name, like I would have this like kind of cool, mysterious, slightly, I guess, ominous name because it does scream villain, to be honest. And I want to keep the whole like black and red like villain core sort of like alternative vibes that the channel has, even if I branch out into other aesthetics myself. Like I mean, I'm currently wearing pink, for instance. Which, I mean, if you've known me for like more than a year, like you'll know like I have wore pink in the past. Pink used to be my favorite color. It's now my second favorite. It's not out of the ordinary, but yeah, it's still a little bit weird as well because I haven't really wore anything other than like villain core alternative style for quite a while up until this year. So yeah, I've just decided like I was going to create a logo. I've done a new channel banner as well. There's a profile picture for the channel. Yeah, I'm still gonna just have like as a photo of me. Like I think I'm gonna change it. At the time of recording, I haven't settled on it because I'm recording this like a week, maybe like a little bit, like a week and a little bit before this actually goes up because I am trying to pre-record. So I haven't fully decided on the photo just yet for that, but everything else is ready. So we have a brand new logo. I have like a little channel icon in the corner of videos again, which I didn't have for a while because I just couldn't be bothered to find something to put it as. So we've got that back again. And I've also been working on modifying the like fonts that I use, because I've kind of, to be fair, it's mostly been during college where like this is like a played effect. But I've used the old Formula E font. It's like season 4 to season 8, I'm pretty sure. I've used that, and then I think it's called like Backhand's Rift. Sorry if there's any noise in the background, by the way. Yeah, I've used like that and Backhand's Rift, I'm pretty sure is how it's pronounced. I could be wrong. But I've used that since basically coming back to YouTube because like not long after that I started doing college, and I've used those fonts and I've had like this sort of like graphics package effectively be created through college. Like it's sort of like I don't even know the word, like evolved, I suppose, because of college. And I've kind of just decided I don't really like the whole like the Backhand's Rift part. I like the Formula E font still, and I want to use it a lot. The only reason it's not in the logo is because I think it looks better with the new font, which, if the eagle-eyed view may know, is the Mario Kart World font, which I downloaded because I was going to try and recreate that logo, but for Mario Kart Wii, which ended up not working out entirely because I wanted the A to be like the same, and it's just not the same. So I ended up just like downloading the image and pin it and whatnot. But yeah, so I had the font just like lying around. I was like, might as well use it, you know. I did think I tried Delfino as well, which I'm pretty sure is used in Luigi's Mansion, but that one didn't work at all. But yeah, so like the whole like old Formula E font, I definitely really do like still. Kind of prefer it though in italics, so I'm gonna try and like incorporate that a bit more. But yeah, so like that's just like a minor thing. It's kind of nerdy to be like, oh, let's talk about fonts. But yeah, like that's like a subtle change that's going to be noticeable, and then yeah, because of that as well, then there's like, okay, like the color palette is the same. I'm gonna try and keep it fully consistent because I think the red has been different a lot of the time, especially when editing, because I don't like have like the hex code. The hex code just isn't saved somewhere, so that is something I'm gonna do. I'll put into editing next, I think, actually, because that was something I did forget about mentioning, but which I need to mention. Which I know has been mentioned. I definitely mentioned it in the Forever World series, but I'm gonna mention it now, definitely, for sure. Apologies if you can hear sneezing in the background. Um, However, yeah, so the whole idea now behind the channel is it's Akina. I couldn't just have that as my handle, so I use my Instagram username, which I'll have linked in the description as well. So it's like Dark Akina, which the dark bit stems from an old username I had, which I was going to carry over, but it all stems from the fact basically that like my Instagram account got hacked and then it kept getting suspended, so I just gave up, created a new account, and then lo and behold, a while after I'd stopped using the old account, it did get suspended and it got removed. So Instagram were just like fucking me over loads there. Like I think there was like a period where like it almost happened like once a week, and like I was like, I'm just gonna create a new account. Like it's not big of a deal. Like I just don't want to deal with this anymore. So it was just inconvenient. So I created a new one. And then, but because my old one was still like active, like I couldn't use the same username, so I just went with like Dark Akina because like of an OC I was making, and that's kind of basically what I've ended up doing for the main account or the main YouTube. You know, I've decided the time trial channel is coming back. At the time of recording this, I have not thought about it other than the fact that it's coming back. So nothing at the moment, at the time of recording, has been planned, what the username's going to be, anything like that. If anything, it's probably going to be like Dark Akina 2 or something like that, to be honest. But I haven't decided at the time of recording. Outside of branding though, in terms of editing, I alluded to this in the Forever World video. What episode was it? Like episode 9, I think. It may have been episode 10. Anchor, which is what I was using before, which I was even paying the premium subscription for, that keeps like removing features. So the key example is the time trial timesheet and the CTGP update video. You'll notice I have like graphics and I have screenshots come on screen during the recording, but there's only a fade out and the fade in just doesn't exist. Like I have to use something else, and that is because they've removed it. And I don't know, maybe they haven't removed it and they've like moved it and I just can't find it. But that was like a huge frustration because it's like, okay, well that's like my most used like transitions, like, and they're taking that away. The text preset the Windfly Streets series had, that also got removed, and I've now completely lost that because I've like obviously I've abandoned, like I've deleted the project files because I'm not using them anymore. So I don't even have access to the original logo, so I can't like, I have to like crop it and stuff from a thumbnail, which is just stupid. And it wouldn't be a problem if I wasn't paying it, but I'm paying like 21 quid and they're removing basic things from it. And I'm pretty sure I did say this in that episode of Legacy Forever, but like just put it behind the paywall. Like you don't need to remove these features, like just pop it behind the paywall if it's that big of a deal, because then people who are actually paying can still use them and it's not that big of an inconvenience then. Like if you really want to remove it, like sure, but like don't, like I shouldn't be paying for it if the features I use you're taking away from me, if that makes sense. So I've been doing some thinking. Premiere Pro was obviously the first option, but it's another subscription which ideally I want to avoid. And actually this video and all the previous videos have been edited using Premiere Pro because I got the 7-day free trial because of like a side project at college to do with like developing skills, and one of them is like Adobe, so I was like, I could easily like just use Premiere Pro, edit a quick video, screenshot that, call it a day. So I'm like, might as well keep using the free trial. So I'm kind of like milking the free trial right now. It's only a week's free trial though, so it won't be too many. And then my boyfriend actually suggested DaVinci, which, like I said, because I'm using the Premiere Pro, I'm milking that trial. I haven't actually tried it yet. Most likely that's what I'm going to use, and to be fair, this is more like under the hood, like doesn't really matter kind of things. But that I know is free. The main reason I was paying for CapCut actually was the extracting audio from it, so I could use multi-channels, so I can have my commentary and game audio on a different channel. Which, why that's a paid feature, I don't know, but it is. Which, from my understanding at the moment, DaVinci does let you do that for free. If not, it's gonna have to just stick with Premiere Pro. And I am getting up to speed with Premiere Pro. So I wouldn't be opposed to paying for it if it is around the same price I'm paying for CapCut already. But yeah, this basically all stems from the fact that I didn't have money for CapCut to come out, and the fact that they just keep removing things that I'm using was just like, maybe I should look at alternatives. Like, I've used CapCut for years now, but if they're gonna just remove things, then, and I'm paying for it, and it's not even coming out half time. Like, at the time of recording, it's still not coming out. I've had money in for it, so I am a bit on edge over that. Whether it's just gonna come out or not, I'm not using it. But when I opened it up, it didn't tell me that I had a subscription active and it needed payment. It just said I had it for a certain amount of time and I couldn't cancel it. So I think maybe they've cancelled it on their end. I'm honestly not sure. It should have come out by now. It's been like a week. So from the time of recording, that is, it'll be 2 weeks by the time this goes out. So it should have been cancelled, or it should have gone out, sorry, but I don't know if it will. So only time will tell. I hope it doesn't, because I just don't want to use it anymore. And even if it does go out, I'm not coming back to it if they're just going to take features away. So yeah, basically, I'm either going to be sticking with Premiere Pro, or I'm moving over to DaVinci once the subscription runs out. I might try editing a video on DaVinci just to see what it's like. Maybe even this one. But there's definitely going to be a video edited with it so I can try it out. And if Premiere Pro ends up being the one, hooray, that's cool. If not, it'll be DaVinci. And then hopefully there'll be more consistency. So yeah, either way, I'm just not using CapCut, and hopefully whether it's Premiere Pro or DaVinci, we'll have a little bit more consistency. It's very minor things, but I'm paying for it, so I don't know. To me, I shouldn't be paying 21 quid if you're just going to take away the things that I use the most. It just kind of puts me off using the application in the first place. That being said, Premiere Pro is a bitch to render videos. It really is. It took forever. Episode 10, which is about 45 minutes long, I think, maybe even less. It's around the 40-minute range. That took an hour and a half. It was a long time. Which CapCut didn't take that long. It was probably half of it. But it is what it is. Anyway, as I mentioned, fonts. Ooh, back to font chat. I opted to update the Legacy Forever logo because, okay, so this here is the logo for Legacy Forever, and then this is the new one. It is so much better, the new one, and the main difference actually is the Minecraft font is now in italics and has a white border as well as a slight gradient, but it's not really noticeable. And then the 4 is in Mario Kart World font instead, and at an angle. That's literally it. And yeah, it's made such a big difference, and I think the logo just looks a lot more cleaner. And yeah, I just think it looks a lot better as a result. So I kind of thought like, oh, like let me just play around, let me just see if like there's something else, because I did keep looking at it thinking it didn't look tacky, but it looked very low quality. Um, so like every time I went to make a thumbnail, I just kept looking at it being like, I don't want to change it. So I just played around a little bit in my PowerPoint project and just figured out something that just kind of worked. So yeah, we now have a new Legacy Forever logo. In the topic of thumbnails though, I have been experimenting more this year with them, so I kind of have like a better thumbnail concept and design. You may notice, sorry if there's any background noise by the way, you may have noticed in the 24-hour live stream highlights, there was a triangle in the top right corner, and I think I included that in the CTGP update video, and I use like the CTGP logo for that there. I think that's what that's going to be, is like just a little like logo like spot, and then if like it's not a series, I'm going to probably keep that there but just not have anything there. And then in terms of live stream thumbnails, I'm just going to leave them alone, like they don't need changing. The only thing is, I think I've got now a custom Mario Kart Wii logo made, including like using the new font, which I'm gonna use more, obviously, as opposed to the official font or the official logo, because I can't get the official logo without transparency issues. So it just makes it a lot more convenient to just have like my own custom one, which doesn't have those issues. Now then, that was a lot of probably unnecessary stuff. We are now though getting to the juicy parts. Firstly, video length. This has been something that I've had a few comments on, that a 45-minute video is too long. And I can kind of understand where people are coming from with that, because even when I'm, well, like editing for instance, because it's 45 minutes, like let's take Moonfly Streets for example, which obviously has like loading screens and stuff. That's like about a 2-hour session for 2 videos, like an hour each. That probably takes me 3 hours, maybe even 4. I want to say 3 though, to edit both, because like when I know it's a loading screen, like it's pretty quick, but like I'm having to watch back the footage and try and like, you know, is there anything that maybe like I need to add text for, like something I said that like I need like to correct or want to provide additional information on. Yeah, cut out those loading screens, cut out any like audio issues with like, especially when I was like ill and I was like coughing a lot. That was definitely like a time where like I'm spending a lot more time editing, so I'm cutting out those like bits like you don't want to hear. What else was there? Oh yeah, adjusting audio because of the capture card delay, which I have now fixed, I believe. Haven't managed to test it yet, but I know what the issue is, so I just have to like record for that. I just need to add delay to my mic and then webcam for that. To like try and sync it basically. But yeah, so the video lengths are going to be reduced, and what I'm going to do, this is the limit, I ain't going any lower than this because I think this is a decent length for me, and also still follows like some set rules I have, which are a series, for instance. A series only is a series after 15 episodes or more. If it's lower than that, it's a mini-series. That's a rule I've had like I set myself since like 2016. And then in a similar vein as well, if a video is less than 15 minutes, it's a mini-sode. If it's like a part of a series, obviously, which is why like the Otherworld World Tour was a mini-sode, because it was just so short and I didn't want to include it as a part of another episode. So yeah, because of that as well, I think perfect normal video length is half an hour. I think that's perfect. It's like, I mean, most shows are half an hour long, so I think that makes the most sense. When it comes to like, well, how I've done in the past, where like I do a longer first episode for a series, I think for that 45 minutes is probably perfect because it's not too much longer than what it normally would be. I think like Legacy Forever was like an hour, maybe an hour and 15. It was something crazy. I know it was, I think, in the same ballpark for Wienfly Streets as well, which I would admit was definitely too long compared to a normal episode. In terms of the movies that I did for Wienfly Streets, I'm axing that. If I do a special, it will be the same length as like an episode 1, because I think the movies just was too long for YouTube. For a movie, yeah, perfect. Like that's perfect movie length. I think an hour and a half. But I don't think the whole like movie special idea really works. I don't think I can justify it anymore. So I'm gonna mix that. Specials, as they'll be known as, not movies, will be the same length as a first episode to a series, which is 45 minutes, and then a normal episode or normal video is gonna be half an hour. I think half an hour, that's pretty reasonable. What else is there before I get to like the main piece of like information that like you're probably watching for, not gonna lie. So now is the thing that I think you are probably here for, just being honest. The next big series on the channel. So when I first created the Wienfly Streets, I had alluded to I had a different series idea that could replace it right in the beginning. It's not that, but I have had another series idea to replace that. I kind of mentioned VR a lot during Wienfly Streets, and that's because I had the original idea in the back of my mind so much. So I kind of like subconsciously mentioned like, oh, we've lost this amount of VR this session and whatnot. VR though is going to become a lot more important on them Wienfly Streets, because starting next week, that's right, the first week of March, we are going to be starting our own road to 9999 VR. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the challenge that I know like Troy did like multiple times, and Need has achieved it, and them two like did their like Race to Nines series. I'm not going to be boring and just call it Road to 999 VR or Road to Nines or anything like that. I have a cool name for it. It's going to be called the VR Grind, because it's going to be a grind. Like, just being honest. Like, I don't think I am capable of getting 9s. I really don't. I mean, the Wienfly Streets proved it. We were around 7,000, like the higher end of 7,000 for the majority of the series. So, as a result, I think that's probably where we're going to be throughout this series as well. Which is perfect, because it does open the door for, if it becomes apparent we aren't going to hit 9s, that we can like maybe change the concept. So the original idea I had was a year where like I have to get as high of VR as I can possibly get, and then if I got 9s, like I still had to continue on the same license and risk losing it, and then, you know, like obviously the ebbs and flows of Mario Kart Wii Online. So that isn't going to happen at the moment, but if we don't get 9s and it like gets to a point where it's like, okay, this is a bit of a piss take, like we're probably not going to get it if I kept this going, then maybe we will just change concept for the series, and that name allows that. I want to include graphics on screen. Will not be straight away because there's not going to be the information for it, but like later on regs, I want to have like, this is the highest place we've had, this is the lowest place we've had on this track, and like this is the average. Like this is the average we've had over every single time we played it in the series. Very reminiscent of Enmead's like information for tracks when he did online time trials, so like where he had like PB, like the seasonal best, like the world record, and so on. But we're gonna have it for like just our own personal, like, okay, like, I guess like our own personal record, like our own career, you know, on the Wingfly street for this series specifically. Which I think will be pretty cool. It's niche and definitely not gonna enhance the viewing quality much, but it'll be nice to have, at least. And as a result of all this, and doing this video, I am going to try and include webcam, especially in the VR grind. I am gonna try and include it in the Wingfly street. Yeah, the Wingfly street is still going, guys. Yeah, if you didn't know. So, I'm gonna try and include it in the Forever world, in Legacy Forever, but I'm not fully sure if that's gonna be straight away. To be fair, the same thing really kind of goes for the VR grind. I've got to try and set up like a camera angle and stuff whilst I'm like sat on the floor because the cables aren't long enough for the touch cards. So we shall see. Like that's like is it gonna happen immediately? I don't know yet. That's more of like a temporary like unknown. But when I have a better setup when we move, that 100% will see webcam on for hopefully every video. I want to include as much as possible. Yes, that does mean I am gonna have to like wash my hair more and fucking do my makeup all the time and have a cute outfit, but I want to do that anyway. Yeah, as a result, like I say, not sure if it'll be straight away, but I definitely want to include webcam more. I definitely enjoy having webcam on when we move, and I've got like a better setup. Maybe we'll even have cam for Mario Kart. I'm not quite sure on that yet though. I haven't decided. I know I can't do input viewer unless I'm on Retro Rewind, which I don't want to do. I want to stick to CTGP because in the VR grind, I am going to include CTs. That is something we are going to include. So, I'm going to stick on CTGP, at least for the time being. If we hit 9s, and I'm like, okay, I kind of want to keep the series and the concept going, then maybe we'll like get the save and put it on Retro Rewind, and then we'll be like, okay, let's see how far up the VR ladder on Retro Rewind we can get. Because obviously the VR system is different on Retro Rewind. It goes up to like a ridiculous amount. Like it's, I don't know the exact figure, but it's crazy. So who knows? But yeah, the VR grind is the next series starting next week. Not sure if we'll have custom music straight away. It's definitely not having custom textures straight away. I don't know the plan for the custom music pack though, because I have a new custom music pack planned, fully ready. All I have to do now is just make it. However, like I say, I'm pre-recording videos at the moment for when we move. So it's definitely not going to be straight away. And I don't know if I'm going to keep using Shadow's music pack. I'm not going back to Enmead's in the time being. I found another music pack that I may try. I need to like download it and just try it out first to see if it's something I would like using in the meantime. I ain't using my original music pack because I really hate it, to be honest. So I'm definitely not going to be using that. So it's basically either Shadow's music pack, this other one that I found on the CT wiki, or no music pack. So I haven't decided just yet. I think episode 1 probably will have no music pack at least. Maybe if I do multiple in that recording, because I haven't decided yet. If I do multiple in that recording, because it's gonna be like 2.5 hours if I do multiple, because I want to do like 2 videos per session. So I'll do like 2 normal ones and then episode 1. So it'll be like 2.5 hours of a recording session, as opposed to just 1.5 hours, which is I'm pretty sure what it'll be normally. Not quite sure just yet, so it'll either be like multiple, like episode 1 to 3 is no music pack, or just episode 1 has no music pack. Well, I haven't fully decided what like the short-term plan is before my own music pack is ready to at least be like used on video. I'm not releasing it straight away, by the way. Like, I'm gonna give it some time to like actually like develop, make sure I'm making the right decision, make sure I like all the songs in it, because the last music pack I made, I did kind of just publish straight away, and I think that was why. Partly as well, like I was like, I didn't back on my mind constantly like, oh, but I found this song from this person's music pack, and I tried to stay clear of that. I just didn't want anyone being like, oh my god, she's just copying my music pack or something like that. Like I wanted to try and not seem like as if I'm just stealing other people's music packs and claiming it as my own, because I wasn't. I made everyone. I would be able to steal myself, and I'm gonna do that again, obviously. So I am coming into this one with better mindset as well. So I think it'll be a much better music pack. And then textures. Textures will probably be like the next regular session we do. However, the texture pack will probably be released straight away, just being honest, unless I decide to group it with the music pack and release them as a package. If I like, the current plan is to release them separately, so that like the music pack can develop on its own, and so can the texture pack if it needs updates. But like I say, we shall see on that regard. The main thing to know, next week, the VR grind, it does begin. I will have an informational kind of video go up before episode 1, because that was something I liked doing back in the day, because it helped separate the like boring information about getting the series started and then just getting straight into it for the first episode. So you didn't have like 2-3 minutes of just unnecessary like, this is how the series is gonna go, this is what's different. Like, that could just be a separate video. I feel like that works better, at least it does for me personally. And then we'll have a Forever World video probably go up next week as well. Not sure yet. We'll definitely have a week of just VR grind, whether it's next week or the week after. Then after that, it will be Minecraft on a Monday. Duh. If you remember Minecraft Mondays. And then it will be the VR grind on a Thursday. And then obviously it'll be a Friday if I do decide to do a Wednesday upload as well and do 3 that week. Obviously it's like a, you know, in the event that happens, it's obviously rare for that to happen. So we shall see though. That is everything. It's a lot, so I'll summarise it. New username and slightly modified channel branding. Video lengths are going to be shortened to half an hour for a main video. Legacy Forever now has a new logo, just randomly, I guess. And then if there's anything else like Legacy Forever specific, I'll mention it in a Legacy Forever video, because there's a few things like texture pack may be slightly modified because of the bed texture glitch, which I think is because I think it's Golden Days that's causing it, so I'm not quite sure, but I'll probably have either already mentioned it in an episode or will be mentioning it in an episode. And then the main one, VR grind, begins next week, and hopefully with webcam. I just have to make a little order for it. But yeah, that was a lot. I am super excited for the VR grind. You have no idea that it's finally coming. So yeah, we shall see though how the grind begins. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It's probably been a long one. I actually can't see right now because I've like blocked OBS, because I think that was what was ruining it, because I kept seeing myself and like flinging. But yeah, so it may be a long one, it may be just a half an hour long video, who bloody knows anymore at this point. Thank you though so much for watching, and yeah, I shall see you next week, most likely with more Legacy Forever first, before the grind begins. Until then though, take care.